If you're over 40 and you're still in a job you don't love, waiting is actually the riskiest thing you can do. You don't have 20 years to experiment with side hustles that pay you $800 a month. If you want real freedom, if you want to quit your 9-to-5 for good, you need real acceleration and not another hobby. Today, I'm going to give you a 5-step blueprint that can realistically get you out of your job in the next 12 months, even if you're starting from absolute zero. And listen up, because step 4 is where most people over 40 sabotage themselves. The first thing we need to address is that you need to stop thinking like an employee. If you want to quit your 9-to-5, you must stop solving for safety. Employees often optimize for stability. Owners, on the other hand, owners of businesses, optimize for leverage. And I'm going to explain what this all means in a moment. But employees ask questions like, how can I get a raise? Owners ask, how can I build something that pays me while I sleep, while I'm on holiday, while I'm planning my next holiday, while I'm on holiday? If you're over 40, your advantage is not time. It's actually your judgment. You've seen what works. You've seen what fails. You've worked with terrible managers. I know I have. You've watched businesses operate from the inside. It's not just experience. It's monetizable insight that you have that you can use, but we need to put it to work. So let's get to work. Let's start with step 1 of the 5 steps. Step 1 is to build an income engine and not a side hustle. If your goal is to quit your 9-to-5, you don't need a hobby business. You don't need something that's going to make you a few $100s a month. You need something capable of replacing your salary. This means you need to build a business that has high margins, solves a clear problem, has a specific audience or customer, and has a repeatable way to deliver on your promise. Let me give you an example. If you're a former accountant, launching a fractional CFO, Chief Financial Officer service, for small SaaS founders, that's an incredible offer using your expertise. SaaS businesses can't afford a full-time CFO, but they do need somebody to look after the money. If you used to be a project manager, build an operations consulting business. This is not about becoming famous. It's about becoming valuable to a narrow group of people. You don't need thousands of clients. You need about 15 to 25 strong clients that will allow you to replace your job. If you can hit $20,000 to $30,000 a month in revenue with strong margins, you can leave your job. That's really your target, not to be some viral sensation, okay? You're looking for income replacement to start with. Step 2, you want to compress time with premium pricing. Here's where most of the people that I've worked with that are over 40 really undercut themselves. They price like beginners. You're not a beginner. You have 20 years of pattern recognition. You have 20 years of experience. You've been an adult. You've seen the world, right? Charge like it. If your goal is to quit your job in the next 3 to 5 years, you can't sell a $27 product. I'm sorry. This is the hard way to do it. Instead, sell $2,000 retainers. Sell 5,000, 10,000 packages. Sell $10,000 consulting offers. Premium pricing reduces client volume. You don't need that many clients to be profitable or to be able to sustain your lifestyle. It also allows you to keep burnout at bay. It allows you to really you leverage your time in a way that makes sense for somebody who's 40 plus. Listen, I'm in my 40s. I don't have all the energy I used to have. And I'm conscious of the fact that as I get older, I need to use my time more wisely. So when you're building your business, understand you need to make sure that you're in the premium business so your time is valued. So, for example, if you make $150,000 in your job right now, you only need about 13 clients paying you $1,000 a month. That's it. Very doable. The math is smaller than you think. By the way, if you're finding this episode helpful, I want you to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss a podcast episode that I'm working on right now called The Ultimate Guide to AI for Normal People Like You and I. That episode, I'm going to walk you step by step through how to use AI to improve your offers, to tighten your messaging, to really just be more efficient and really make it fun again to build and use the power of AI to leverage your time. I can't wait to put the finishing touches on that episode. So make sure you subscribe so you get it as soon as it drops. Let's go to step 3, replace, then leave. This is critical, and a lot of people get this wrong, and I want to make sure it's super clear. Do not quit your job first. Replace your job first with what you're building. Most people either never start or they rage quit emotionally because they're so frustrated with their job. Both are mistakes. You need to be in a position of power. You need to build your income engine on the nights and weekends when you're working on the side while you're in your job. You need to prove your business has traction. You need to stack 6 months of consistent income. Then you can exit calmly and confidently. You have backed the right horse with this business. This results in no panic, no desperation, no drama. And confidence comes from the evidence your business shows you. So you want to try to replace at least 70% of your income first with your business. I say 70 to 100%. Then put in your resignation. That is what I mean by operating in a position of power. You already have something that's generating the money that you need to live. Everything else is gravy from that point on. Imagine how much more you can earn if you're dedicating full-time hours to your business and you didn't have to go to work. All right, step 4, this one is killer. Pay attention because it's the silent killer. It's the one that most people fall into. This is a big trap, and it's all about lifestyle expansion, controlling your lifestyle expansion. You start making money on the side with your business, and your lifestyle grows with it. New subscriptions, a better car, more celebration spending or holidays. Listen, in my experience, the way I got financially free was I had to resist the urge to spend extra money that I was making. I had to use that money to make more money or to leverage it so that I can grow my business to make more money. And it's a little bit rough because you have this money that you can actually spend and live a better life and get some relief, but you have to resist that. You have to have some self-control. Why this is so important? Because when you're building your business while you're in your job, you're going to make extra money. And the problem is if you start expanding your lifestyle, your escape number starts rising. So say, for example, your escape number was $150,000 a year in the beginning, but now you're spending $200,000 because you're spending the $50,000 that you're making with the business. So now you need more money so that you can be able to leave your job. Remember, the goal here is freedom, right? Not just being a slave to your lifestyle. Stop moving your goalpost. If you're over 40, discipline matters more than ambition. And it's what's going to allow you to win in the long run. If your monthly expenses are $6,000, for example, your side hustle business, the business you're building as you are in your job, might hit $8K a month. And you feel like, wow, I'm almost free. When I pay all the expenses and everything, I might be able to quit my job. But if you inflate your lifestyle expenses to $10,000 a month, you stay trapped. Okay. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be able to leave your job and have that freedom to really go all in on your business. Freedom is really about lowering the threshold required for you to do whatever you want. You know, people talk about FU money. FU money is really about having that number as low as possible, the number that you need to live so that you can do whatever you want once you hit that number with your business. And to be honest, the cheat code of this is just to be in love with the journey of business. It's to love the game of business, where you're just so wrapped up in enjoying the process of building this business of yours that is how you get your joy. That's how you get your happiness. And you don't need to spend money to do that. Most of us, we spend money to escape the misery of our job. I know, I was there, right? That was my life. And what I'm telling you is that once I got into entrepreneurship and I did it full time, I didn't want all those material things anymore. I actually just wanted to continue to get better and better at this game called business. Step 5, turn the engine into leverage. Once you leave your 9-to-5 job, don't just replace your income, scale it so that you can be able to just be free of this financial cycle forever. So you have 2 ways to scale. Number 1, you can grow the income engine, or you can build your business so that you could sell it one day. Both creates this leverage I'm talking about. If your consulting firm grows to $500,000 in profit annually, it becomes a real asset that you can sell to somebody. If your coaching business becomes reoccurring revenue, it becomes predictable and something that you can really rely on for the rest of your life as long as you keep coaching. Building a business allows you to build an asset, and you're not trading hours for money anymore because now you have something that is worth something. But guess what? In entrepreneurship, when you want to retire, you can sell your business and get a nice lump sum that you can enjoy. So again, to recap this step 5, Two options. You can build your business so that you can exit it. You could sell it to somebody, and then you can have that lump sum. This is what we did with our software company, Webinar Ninja. Or you can build a business that can run without you. You can scale it. So it's just like an income engine. You have a whole team running it for you. Now, I want to talk about something that needs to be talked about more. Listen, you are not trying to build the next Facebook. You're trying to buy your freedom. You are in the freedom business now, okay? Freedom is a math equation. You don't need millions. You need controlled expenses. You need predictable income. You need repeatable systems so that you can stack your profits. When you're over 40, clarity and understanding that, hey, this is my new goal now is to have that ability to have that freedom. That really beats any kind of chaos or chasing any kind of title or the next promotion. And the truth is, the problem is not your age. The problem is your hesitation, is your attitude about your age. You keep asking yourself questions like, what if I fail? Am I too old to start? I should have done this when I was 30 years old. But here's the truth. You don't have a time machine. Also, here's another truth. You will die, okay? You're going to die anyway. Who cares if you fail? At least you tried and you have no regrets. You are more capable now than you ever been. You just need to stop playing defense and start playing offense and going for it. Stop protecting this identity that, like, hey, this is my life now and I just have to live with it. These are choices I made and this is the rest of my life. No, you can change your life at any point. And this is the beauty of free will, is that you don't need permission to start something and make it happen. Before I go, I want to leave you with this. Let's say you're 44 right now. In 5 years, you're going to be 49. That's happening no matter what, right? If you're lucky enough to live another 5 years, that's going to happen no matter what. The only question is will you be asking, how do I get out? Or will you be already out of this job, of the life that you're in right now? Time passes either way. Progress is in your hands, not anybody else's hands. No one's going to do it for you. You need to take those steps to make progress. You don't need permission because you're the person that makes this decision. Once I realized that no one's going to save me, I need to save myself to get myself out of the situation, I took action. And that really was the driver for me, is like, hey, I need to do this. No one's going to do this for me. If this episode hit home for you in some way, then I highly recommend you check out an episode that we published recently called How to Make Your First $1 Million in 1 Year Without Getting Lucky. That episode breaks down how to accelerate your income, which is the foundation of quitting your job faster. Check out that episode, and I'll see you in the next one.